Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing this makeup look. It is inspired by the Cancer Zodiac. I'm going to be doing a series where for each Zodiac season I'm going to be doing a makeup look inspired by that Zodiac and the colors associated with that Zodiac. Eventually I am going to do a whole Zodiac series, but I might not do that till maybe next year. I have so much stuff planned for this year to really get my channel up and running, and this is how the look turned out, as you can see. And if you keep watching, I will show you exactly how I did this.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
So the colors for Capricorn are said to be brown and black. It does differ depending on what website you're looking at. I do have a thing put up so I can give you like information about Capricorns as I'm filming, and on this one it says their spirit color is dark blue. But for most of what I found, it says that their colors were brown and black. So that's what we're going to go with today. So what I'm going to start off with is, I already moisturized my face and did all of that stuff this morning. So I'm going to start out using the e.l.f. Hydrating Face Primer. I use this just because I have very, very dry skin. And then I'm going to go in with, I'm debating if I want to do the face makeup first or the eye makeup. I think I'm going to start with eyebrows while I think about the rest. That's a done eyebrow compared to a not done eyebrow. And for brows, I use the Maybelline Tattoo Studio Brow Pomade. If you can see that. I use the shade Deep Brown. For foundation, I use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in the shade Soft Ivory because I'm very pale. That foundation, you guys have probably seen it. It's been pretty popular recently. So I'm using the Makeup Revolution London Concealer in the shade C2. Put that right under my eyes. I put that a little bit in between my brows just because of redness. I get a little bit of redness on my chin, so I'll put it there too. And on the sides of my nose. I kind of just put it everywhere. And then I do the same thing and just blend that in. Now I'm going to try to not look down too much. I'm going to set my face powder. I look so pale. Oh my gosh. Powder, I use the Airspun Loose Face Powder. I'm just picking that up on my beauty blender, and I'm just gonna push that right under my eyes. I'm only doing this mainly just to help with fallout, and I'm setting by my jawline. Not really sure why. I just know Jaclyn Hill does it, so that's what I'm doing. And for now, while I do the rest of my makeup, I'm going to look crazy, but that's okay. So on the astrology zodiac signs.com, it does say that the colors for Capricorns are brown and black. They are in an earth element. Their day is Saturday. The ruler is Saturn. The greatest overall compatibility is with Taurus and Cancer. I'm a Cancer. Their lucky numbers are 4, 8, 13, 22, and their birthdays are from December 22nd to January 19th. It's currently January 15th, so I'm trying to get this done and up like as soon as possible. My mom's a Capricorn. Her birthday is January 4th. My light's like, my camera was centered, but my light was not. Okay, so for this look, I'm going to be using the James Charles palettes because it does have some really pretty neutral colors up here at the top, like on, you can't see that, oh my gosh, up in this corner it has some pretty browns right through here, and then up here there's some that I haven't really had a chance to use yet since I got this from Christmas, since I got this for Christmas. I can't speak today. Anyway, first I'm going to be going into the shade Punch Me. And that is going to be this nudie brown shade right there. I'm going to put that all over the lid and in the crease. So it says that the strengths for Capricorns are responsible, disciplined, self-control, and manners. Good manners, more specifically. It says our weaknesses are know-it-all, unforgiving, condescending, and they expect the worst. And honestly, for my mom, that is not true at all. My mom is not a know-it-all. She's not unforgiving. She's very forgiving, actually. Capricorn likes our family, tradition, music, understated status, and quality craftsmanship. My mom loves her family. Next, I'm going to go in with the shade No Beans, which is this brown right here. It's like a more of a reddish brown. And I'm going to put that kind of in the same spot that I put in Punch Me, but it's going to be lower and more focused towards the outer corner. With the shade, I'm kind of like patting it down and then blending it out. And then I'm taking a clean blending brush, once I find one. And I'm going back in again with, I'm mixing Punch Me and Canvas, which is the nude shade right above it. And I'm going right back on top there to kind of blend those out. So I found this about Capricorns, and it says, Capricorn, the goat of fear, a goat with the tail of a fish, is created to face fear and create panic. It is a sign of decisions made to be protected from monsters in our minds, lives, and immediate physical surrounding, always ready to transform into something that scares those scary things off. Capricorn speaks of each natural chain reaction of fear, where one scary thing leads to many others, rising up as defensive mechanisms. They only make things worse. Immersed in their secrecy, they face the world just as they are, brave enough to never run away, but constantly afraid of their inner monsters. And I'm sorry for how I say monsters, or monsters. I always say monsters, and it's not right, it's monsters. But that's just how I say it. That's just always how I've said it. So now I'm going to go in, I think, with the shade Benny. So we can deepen this up quite a bit more. Benny is this really dark brown shade right over here. So I'm taking Benny, and again, I'm just going to deepen up the crease. I'm just going to put that, it's going to be more like the outer V right there. Right now I'm just patting it on. And then I'm just going to blend it out. And I am still a very beginner with makeup, so I'm still learning, but it's a lot of fun. So I'm going to go back in with No Beans and that original blending brush I used for No Beans. I'm going to take that and smoke that out slightly. I also have a really bad habit of holding my brush up too high. I don't know if you saw me just adjust my hand. I always hold the brush just way too high, and it's a problem. Going back in again with another clean blending brush that always seems to disappear because I keep using the brush that's supposed to be clean. I'm going in with Canvas right above that. Now I'm going to take my concealer, and I'm going to use this brush. This is the brush I always use for concealer. It's kind of flat and short. And I'm just going to take that and I'm going to cut my crease. Okay. I cut the crease. It looks very bad because I'm still learning how to do that, like everything else. Now I'm going to go in with the shade Spooky, which is the only black in the palette. And I'm going to take more of like a skinny brush. And I'm just going to take that and put that right on the very, very outer corner. The very edge of it. and I'm gonna blend it in, and that's what I'm going to use to also blend out this cut crease. And then I'm going to go back in with Benny, which was that dark brown, and put that right where the cut crease and the black meet, and then right back into that crease, which kind of defeats the purpose of the cut crease, I guess, but the cut crease does make it a little bit easier to get the next color on. And then we're going to go in with the shade Wig, which is this glittery brown right there. I'm using the Pixie Rose Glow Mist. Looks like this. And I'm taking this smaller, flatter brush. I'm spraying the brush a few times to make it wet. This does the same thing that Fix Plus would do, essentially. And I'm just taking that and I'm packing it right on this inner corner. Now I'm using a big fluffy brush and I'm just brushing away all of this powder. And I usually don't contour my face. I sometimes use bronzer, which is what I'm going to do today. I'm using the Wet n Wild Color-Con bronzer in the shade Ticket to Brazil because it's the lightest one they make. So I'm going to put a little bit of that on my angled brush, tap it off. For blush, I'm going in with Flower Beauty. It is the shade Peach Primrose. I have a hard time opening this blush. So I'm going to take that lightly. I chose this one because it's like an orangey shade, and when I do like more like browns, I don't like to do super pink blushes. So I put that right on my cheeks. Like so. And then for highlights, which is pretty much the last step other than setting spray, I'm using the Maybelline Master Chrome in the shade 100, which is Molten Gold. And honestly, I don't like applying highlight with a fan brush. I can't do it. I usually use this flat brush because it gets me so much color payoff that way. It makes it so much more just highlighty and blinding. This color's just not doing it for me, huh? Getting the color, but we're not getting the glow out. And right on top of that, just to give a little bit more sparkle, I'm going in with my favorite highlighter ever. It's the Aspen Ovard and Pixie in London Luster. You'll see this in pretty much every makeup video until I find a new favorite highlighter. I'm just going to go in with that same brush. For lips, I'm going in with the Katy Kat Matte in Couture. And now I'm just using that Pixie setting spray. And that is it for my Capricorn inspired makeup look. Anyway, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I plan to do a lot more of these. I want to do one for each zodiac sign. Sorry I didn't insert that much information about Capricorns. I kind of got too carried away with my makeup. Not too carried away, but I was more focused on the makeup part of it, which is fine because I do eventually want to do a whole zodiac series. Anyway, that is my makeup for today, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.